Welcome back to Paradise Killer. I'm dear darling, and when love dies, all that remains is the truth. Where last time, where were we last time? What on earth is that picture? I've got no clue. We're at Syndicate HQ. Right. We just finished talking to Carmelina, right? And getting some more information. But that's what we're doing. We're essentially backtracking now to try and get more information from people that we've spoken to. The next one I want to do is definitely Dr. Doomjazz, mainly because he's just kind of like right here. I know there's still like quite a few places we haven't like been to. The main one I can think of is definitely the like it's not called the Danger Zone. What's it called? You know what it's called. That one. But Doomjazz, we have some stuff to ask of you, or ask from you. So, well, I suppose we'll just sort of see how it goes. Hold on, now I'm looking at your body. How does your... It almost feels like your body's like shifted to the right or something. Or maybe I'm looking at how this goes into your... how does this posture work? Anyway, hang out. God's set, Doc. No, you're like Scottish or something, right? Like, wonderful to see you again. You're the only one that doesn't call me the investigation freak. That's not nice to call people names, is it? A name was given to you derogatorily. You may have lived up to it, but you should be careful of the labels you let stick to you. Make the best of it. Sometimes you need to make the best of it, and sometimes you need pointing in the right direction. Hold on, my OBS is too small. I can't see my microphone levels. There we go.
Indeed.
Indeed. I'll have a positive outlook, and don't let the others get to you. You know, the Syndicate, self-serving and jealous, just like the gods.
Fabulous.
Glad you're rising above it. You're always going for real talk nowadays. Got something else you want to talk about? I don't know. Things just feel pretty heavy around here. My responsibility. You're not the one tasked with saving Paradise. I'm not the right person for the job. You are, though.
I'm glad to be back.
You're forgiving and forgetting my past. Ah, whatever. We all make mistakes. Never been the type to bind people to their history. People change. I'm impressed, Doc. You didn't proposition me this time.
Indeed.
I assume you're going to stop by again at some point before this is all over. We'll see. I think I kind of like butchered the accent in the last part there, but whatever. Case files. Your alibi. Broken door. That door to the back of your clinic.
What?
What about it?
Why?
Why is it broken? You know I need to investigate this.
Lady Love Dies.
Lady Love Dies. You other people should know why I can't have that door login who goes in and out.
Oh.
So you admit you tampered with it? I didn't tamper with it. I gave a Detacaster machine in my clinic a little too much juice, and it tripped. Fuses all over. When it rebooted, that system failed. And you chose not to get it fixed.
You've got this wrong.
Sure, but it's because I, entertain guests. Not because I wanted to murder a cancer.
Got it.
I'll make a note. Which guest are you entertaining? Yuri's alibi. Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality folding drive burst? Can't say I did. They're pretty unusual. Alright, fair enough. Henry's escape. Death screams. What about the death screams? Could they cause an adrenaline burst?
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically? Maybe, but I don't know how you'd weaponize the death scream. What about one of these? Sheesh, a strange device.
I see.
That looks like it records death screams. Is that a directional speaker?
Ooh, the
It is.
here.
How would you record a death scream? You could record the brain activity using electrodes. This device looks like it has a crystal in it. Some crystals are capable of recording emotions. The death scream gets it into that, and upon stimulation, the crystal would output the scream. It's a one-shot use though. You can see that the crystal is burnt out. I can never experience the death screams as I'm not a sufferer. I presume you want my opinion though. The demon that possessed Henry is attuned to psychic energy. This could have been used to agitate it. Handy if you want to turn Henry into a weapon. Okay, so yeah, I mean that sort of just like reconfirms our suspicions that... Oh, what? Oh yes, because the witness asked about something to overcome Henry's inhibitors. Massive adrenaline spike, so do we now suspect, I suppose, the witness of putting that technology there to invoke that adrenaline spike in Henry? Maybe. Dead marshal examination. Did you examine the dead guards at the first Holy Seal? Nope. Akiko wouldn't let me.
That's weird.
Why?
This is bad.
She said that's military jurisdiction. She didn't want the corpse of her soldiers disrespected with a post-mortem. Interesting. I mean, Akiko definitely gets more and more suspicious by the hour, but even though there could be evidence.
Theoretically.
In her mind, she's already got the case solved. Henry's behind bars and he clearly did it. Do you believe that?
I'm a professional.
I'm not much into beliefs, Love Dies. I'm waiting to see what truth you find. I'm okay. I suppose the ongoing theory right now is Akiko and Witness were both working together to frame Henry as the murderer. Well, not even frame, I guess, like, they induced Henry as the murderer and baked him into doing so, but I'm not really sure about motivationally why. DNA database. Is there a database of DNA or blood samples for everyone on the island? You want to run some blood? I wish I could help. Just after the crisis meeting last night, parts of a central server started collapsing. Oh, that's convenient.
What?
Isn't it? I became aware of it just because the terminal in my lab does an automated backup in the early hours. I got a report that the backup failed. I took a look at it and part of the medical archive had collapsed. What about the backup of a central server on the moon?
What?
That went down as well. The corruption spread. Not to all of the moon database. I can still access most of the files on there. Where is the server on the island? In the caverns under the island. Masahiro Heavy Industries maintains it. The only entrance into the cavern is via the deep factory and that's under lockdown. Why? The deep factory is shut down at the end of the island. Only 4 people can unlock it. Can't remember Origin, Land Masahiro, but her dead body is up in the council penthouse. Same with Pandora too. She and Dead Nebula in the deep factory. Nicolina Rose is second in command of Dead Nebula, but they're on the next island. Lydia took them early on. And Balthazar Tears was Mackin's assistant at Masahiro, but he's on the next island as well. I'll go to the 25th island and bring Nicolina and Balthazar back, and they can open up Deep Factory so I can find out what the heck is going on with that server. Not so fast, Love Dies. No one leaves this island. Judge's orders. Besides, you need Lydia to take you to the next island if she's on your list of suspects, right? So what do I do about this server? 2 options. Chalk it up to bad luck and coincidence, or let it feel a dreadful, all-consuming conspiracy. I mean, it does seem too convenient. I'll go for the second one. Haha, keep on tracking, Love Dies. That is awfully convenient, isn't it? I mean, that's the most suspicious thing, definitely. Nothing to say about the servers, though. You examined Grace's bloodlines when Henry killed her, right, Doc? A nasty one for sure. For sure. That's nice. For sure. Was there anything odd about the scene of a victim? Excuse me. You mean odd for a case of demonic possession? I didn't get to examine the scene for long. Akiko was on a rush to contain the area, and it was a pretty open and shut case. The markings on Grace were strange, though. In what way? Henry's other victim, his mother, had the same sigils scorched into her skin as Henry. Grace had the sigils, but they weren't scorched. They looked like they'd been carved with a blade. The demon side Henry burns with a cosmic fire, and Henry's victims receive the same branding. So if he killed the council, they'd all carry the sigils.
How?
Depends on how he did it. I don't have a lot of evidence to support this, but I expect the sigils to only be scorched on victims he had sustained close contact with. A cut and run probably wouldn't do it, but a strangulation would. I should mention that I would expect the inhibitors to prevent or limit the scorching of the sigils into victims. Okay. So why were Grace's sigils cut into her? I wrote it off to the madness of demonic possession. We don't know a whole lot about this kind of thing, so I figured he carved them himself as some kind of ritual. Can't say for sure, though. Thanks for your help, Doctor. Okay, so the bodies of the ones... Doom just consciously to report about Grace's murder. He said the sigils had been carved into body with a blade. The sigils that appeared on Henry and Henry's victims are seared individually. Okay. So the ones which... Do we have... What? Okay, I guess I have to do that later. But I was like, do we have information about the ones, the marshals at the Holy Seal? Did they have sigils on them? I genuinely don't remember. The daybreak's alibi. Did you see Lydia and Sam last night? I was in my clinic all night and I didn't see them. Lydia should have been in contact with Yuri though. What do you know about the second Holy Seal? Not a thing, Love Dies. Cancel business. It'd be crazy if we actually just like spoke to someone and they'll be like, oh, I know everything about the second Holy Seal. May the cosmos be a mystery, and may you reach a moon. Okay. Interesting. See, we're starting to get things to crack. I think a witness might be the next most interesting, I think, to talk to.
Oh, is this a fact? Or don't test me.
I wonder if... No, hold on. How do I get up again? Is that how I get up? I don't remember. But witness has a lot of suspicion. So does Akiko. Casting them. I guess I'm kind of curious to see how they defend themselves, if anything. Like, do they have a valid defense? Do they not? I don't know. Are they going to get agitated? Are they going to, like, try and attack me? I suppose if I accuse them. I feel like Akiko's going to be incredibly flippant about the entire thing. She's just going to repeat, like, the excuses that she gave to, the witness. Who's the next closest? I guess the witness is. So we might as well just talk to him, I suppose, while we're here. I mean, I'm basically just going with whoever's nearby. I mean, but there could always be more exploration to do as well, necessarily, around the island. I'm not going to deny that. I just don't really know where to look. So that makes it a bit harder, I think, to exactly do so. Witness computers. No, sorry, not witness computers. Like, hackable computers would be really quite optimal. I don't know how many things we need, like, logs for still. I don't know what this is. Because this is surely to open... Excuse me. This is surely to activate the nightmare computer, not anything... Oh. What? Not anything else, I would assume, but... Might not be the case. Oh, we've not had this one before.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
We'll see what... I might have logs for the elevator usage, I suppose. There are logs of who entered and exited the building last night. And let's see. So we should expect Carmelina entering and exiting. And maybe witness to the end entered much earlier or something. So, 534 witness enters, standard. 8:58 Carmelina arrives and witness buzzers are in, also standard. 11:58 the God Justice Marshals arrive and secure the building. 18 past witness and Carmelina exit. 3:31 witness returns. I mean, that seems to line up, right? These logs are sealed by the nightmare computer. They can't have been tampered with. Witness and Carmelina have alibis. Okay, I mean, that's... We still think... Well, actually, I don't personally think much about Carmelina, but I still think Witness is still very much involved with this, even if he didn't physically do it. I mean, this is why I feel like Henry still was the one who physically did it. He was just sort of like aided by people who had this grander conspiracy to take out council. That's my current ongoing theory. I don't know if it's correct or not, but it also might be worth going to Crimson Acid as well, because we use so many blood crystals now, we could probably get a lot of secrets, I'm guessing. But let's just talk to Witness, see what he's got to say about most of these accusations thrown his way. I don't remember your accent. Witness, was Arabic one maybe? I want to chat, Witness. I must warn you, but I am not one for long conversations. How are your plants, Witness?
The gods are radiant.
The gods are radiant. They do well in the climate of paradise. When the world is coming apart, it is good to have a hobby. Would you like one? I like to give them to people. They are difficult to care for.
Under the gaze of the gods.
Under the gaze of the gods. They are a test sent from the gods. If we fail to look after them, they will die. If they all die, then we all die. The plants need our time and devotion. So do our gods. Sure, I'll take a plant. Absolutely. Maddening rare plant obtained. This plant has been fleshly fertilized and watered. It comes from an esoteric plateau from my home in Iran. It will survive for a while without constant attention. Oh, okay, so it's not that difficult to care for, right? Once you finish your investigation, it will provide something to focus on. Thank you, Witness. Oh, how nice.
The gods are radiant.
I'm enjoying our conversation, Lady Love Dies. There's a sensitive matter of which we could discuss further. I mean, presumably everyone has some sort of like gossip probing thing. Which is even weirder to think about, but like one of these people have actually done the crime. Something you want to tell me? Something you want to tell the investigator? It is about Akiko's phone call after Henry escaped. I can see you are working hard, Love Dies, so I will tell you this. I worry that you are doing this for yourself and not for gods. But I am bound to help you. It is their wish.
Surely this is a joke.
Akiko was supposed to be at the desolation cell, yet I couldn't hear the haunting sounds of that island, nor the sea that surrounds it. Okay. What does that mean? Everything. Nothing. You need to work that out.
Other gods
The god
versus
wished
this
you
was
to
very
know,
base.
so now you know. Okay, so accusation of Akiko that she was not there when. Okay, so that's a phone call that she claimed that she did when Henry escaped, and witnesses saying that. Basically saying that no, she didn't because she wasn't actually at the island when she made that phone call. Or was that no? Wait, the phone call with the witness was before Henry escaped. I can't remember. Oh my word! Conflict with
Why?
Montserrat. Why are you butting heads with Montserrat so much?
What?
What does that have to do? What does that have to do with
I
anything?
need to investigate this.
I need to know why someone was clashing with a murder victim.
This island is
Our
full of
leader was not
sinners.
following the holy mission. His focus was on the island sequences and not the god. Straying from a path. Sounds like he was straying from a path.
The gods
Yes,
are watching
I'm
us.
glad you understand. Our first priority is to prostrate ourselves before the gods, not to build ourselves a nice
The
home.
gods are displeased.
The gods are displeased. If our islands fail, then that is the will of the gods. If we trust in them, then we will be saved.
I don't like this.
Did that make you angry enough to kill?
Of course no.
I really like his shocked expression here. I know you must ask these questions, but it pains me to hear you question my loyalty and faith.
The facts
It would be really
and
sad
truth
if
are
Witness
not
is
the
the actual
same.
murderer or like the conspirator. I think he's actually one of the more fun characters, I think. You voted against every proposal he put forward, didn't you? That is a point of democratic meetings. We all have a say on the direction of the syndicate. His direction veered away from our holy mission. I voiced my disagreement with it,
Ah.
which, I mean, fair, it is kind of like what voting's for, isn't it? What kind of proposals were they?
This island is
Advancement
full of
towards a so-called perfect 25. I don't care about our neuron being perfect, yet the gods are not there to celebrate it with us.
sinners. What?
Look out to the ocean of madness. So many pyramids sit
The
empty.
gods are watching
24
us.
island sequences and we only have one pyramid resident. We are capable of so much more.
Why?
But Carmelina like disagrees with this concept, right? Because she's like, we're spreading ourselves too thin by trying to focus on too many objectives. I guess Witness is now opposed to the objective that they are focusing on, right? And why haven't we done
The
more?
gods are displeased.
Montserrat has other plans. Grand elections could wait until the island sequences were
The
solved.
gods are
What is the point
displeased.
of perfect 25 if gods remain in pain? I wanted to remind Montserrat of the syndicate's purpose, so I voted against everything he and the cancer put forward.
Crime is repulsive.
Did you remind him with a knife by any chance? Absolutely not. I understand you have become more secretive, and maybe a bit paranoid.
What?
Who told you that? I don't want to divulge my
You
source.
sinners alone
The scent
have
of
a
a
skin.
good is full of gossipers that have strayed from the path. What I do is my business. All I wish is to give myself to our gods. My personal business is my own. Secrets are dangerous, Witness, if they can take physical forms before you realize. You don't need to lecture me, Investigator. Private
Why?
calls. Why have you started taking calls in private?
What?
Why is this anyone's business? No, I'm gonna be honest, I'm on Witness's side here. It's not that weird to take a call in private. Are you hiding something? Plotting something? But I know she's just sort of
course
probing.
no.
Don't be ridiculous. Your alibi? Oh my word.
Got it.
I checked your building logs. Your story checks
I
out.
am still
Of course
bathed
it
in the
does.
glory of
The
the
righteous has
gods.
nothing to hide.
Why?
Why were you irritated to see Carmelina?
What?
Is that what she told you? I was surprised. It's unlike her to do a social call.
Why?
Why do you think she interpreted that as irritation?
Another sinner.
I believe she came to gloat about the perfect next island. I wasn't in the mood to fawn over her achievements. We have different views on the rush to perfection. Oh, don't you mean perfection? A phone at midnight. What were you doing with your phone at midnight?
What?
I wasn't doing anything with it. I was talking with the
The
architect.
investigator is.
The
here.
architect told me you interrupted your conversation to do with your phone. To do something with your phone. Everyone fiddles with that
I
phone.
don't like this.
Not everyone does it at the exact moment the council were murdered.
Who?
Who were you calling? No, that doesn't make sense. I was going to be like, is he using his phone to trigger the speaker to invoke the rage in Henry? But I don't think that works out timing-wise, right?
What?
I didn't call anyone.
That's strange.
Then what were you doing? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. As I did do something I don't remember. It was completely inconsequential.
Don't test
We'll see
me.
about that.
Crime cannot
Tell me
hide.
about the moment the council died. I know you suffered from psychic death screams.
This island is full of sinners.
Doomjars can't be trusted with patient confidentiality around you. Fair point, to be honest. Hippocratic oath and all that. Yes, every time a person dies, I'm assailed by the psychic scream echoing out into space. Doomjars prescribes me medication for it. Did you suffer from death scream trauma when they died? Yes, I was assailed by the psychic death screams of a cancer. I was brought to my knees by the pain. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that sort of checks out. Yeah, they were murdered. But maybe okay. Well, I mean, we'll continue this conversation in the next episode because we're sort of like running out of time in this one. Interesting, witness. Interesting. Everyone's too good at lying. Anyway, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Paradise Killer, and I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.